Hi, I'm Verna Mullen from StampinNotes.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I'm located in Western New York State. There is a rural part of New York State, and that is where I live. And not very city-like life here. Very quiet, and we live actually in a meadow. We live on a farm. And I'm located between Canisteo and Greenwood, New York. They're two small little towns. And I'm really excited to share with you the new annual catalog. Here it is. And you can see I've got things marked I want to tell you about, and I have some great projects to share with you tonight. I have some great prizes to give away tonight. I will show them to you right now. One of them is, I will show them to you if I can figure out where I put them. Here they are. One is a new card kit. Actually, this was published a few years ago, and it is called the Handkerchief Card Kit. They're beautiful, the cards in there. And this is coming back. Stampin' Up! Will no longer carry their kits in the catalog. You can order them online, and there's also a little flyer that you can order them from. Anyways, this is from that. That is adorable. And the other thing I have to give away tonight is a brand new Hey Birthday Chick stamp set. And excuse me, you will love this one. Really cute sentiments. It's in the new annual catalog. It says, happy birthday, you're still a spring chicken. I love that one. Let's celebrate you and best of cluck. So, anyways, I am gonna put my phone down now, and we're gonna focus on some things in the catalog, and I'll tell you about some other specials that are going on and about my ordering special. So if you get seasick or car sick, just don't look for a few minutes. I'm gonna put this down. I'm gonna face my grid paper here, or my scrap paper I'm gonna be stamping on. I'm gonna get my computer up so I can see what's going on and who's on here. So you need to comment and let me know you're here. And we are going to have some fun tonight. I'm going to turn that sound off. And I need to pull this. I'm going to turn my phone just a little bit. Let's see, and I need to turn it around. I always forget that part, and that's really important. Okay. Let's see how that looks. And this needs to go over this way a little more. We'll get situated here. So hopefully you can't see the edge of the table. It's got to go over a little more. So, the new in colors. They are beautiful. I wasn't so sure about them at first, but I'm really liking them now. And I still want to go over just a little. Okay, so we have a little bit of a shadow there. Sorry about that. We'll get situated here. Okay. there. So these are the new in colors. So Soft Succulent, Evening Evergreen. These are beautiful together. Fresh Freesia, Polished Pink, and Pale Papaya. Aren't they gorgeous? And they all really work well together. There's several designer series papers that are new that use all of these colors together, and they're just beautiful. So let me know when you're on here. Let me know where you're from, and if you comment and share this post tonight and tomorrow, you will be placed into a drawing to earn the free gifts, which are the Hey Chick stamp set and the beautiful card kit, the kerchief card kit. And this is the kerchief card kit right here. Really pretty. And I will announce who the winner is tomorrow evening, Saturday evening. I will also, Saturday evening, announce I always post my mystery stamping for Monday. We have a mystery stamping group, and we would love to have you join us. It's every Monday evening at 6:30 p.m. And I always post the measurements that you will need, the supplies you will need, and then the mystery is you're not really sure what it's going to look like until you get it put together, and we do that together. So it's a lot of fun, and that's 6:30 Eastern Standard Time for Monday mystery stamping. Okay, let's get on with some other announcements here. If you... Oh, I don't want to come back to this. If you place an order, this is my ordering special. If you place an order of $40 or more in my online store today and tomorrow, and Sunday, I think it's good, until Sunday at midnight, and use this host code right here, DDPMQERN at checkout. And I just think that's a weird host code. Usually they have, you know, like they have numbers in there too. So this is an interesting one. But anyways, use that at checkout. Then I will know that you have placed that order with my catalog launch. Hi, Margaret. So nice to have you here. And I'm just telling about the ordering special for this weekend through Sunday. If you place an order of $40 or more in my online store, I will send you a pack of the new beautiful 2021-2023 in color jewels. And I will show you them. I used all of mine up on bookmarks, but they are here on page 142, and they are right here. They are a $7 value, and if your order is $100 or more, I will send you those plus a half a pack of the Pansy Patch Designer Series paper, and this will be cut 6 by 6 for mailing. And if you haven't seen the Designer Series paper, I'm going to show it to you right now. It's Pansy Petals. I love the gingham in it. It's very pretty, and it has these pansies that you can cut out and use if you don't want to stamp. It also has the leaves that you can cut out and use. And these are all the coordinating colors that go with that. Blackberry Bliss, Bumblebee, Calypso Coral, Evening Evergreen, Fresh Freesia, which is right here, Pale Papaya, Polished Pink. Oh, I don't have Polished Pink on here. It's a bright, bright pink. Soft Seafoam and Soft Succulent. And it is beautiful. So that is with a $100 order. You would get the gems and the half pack of the Pansy Petals Designer Series paper. If your order is if your order is 150 or more, I will send you the set of Stampin' Right markers in the new in colors, and they are here right now. I will send you these, plus the jewels, plus the half pack of the Pansy DSP. And these are really pretty. As you know, our Stampin' Right markers have a brush tip and writing tip. They're great. And you would get a lot of use out of them. And these are also great for coloring right on stamps. And then you can stamp with them too. And there's an off, if you're spending $150, so you really should consider joining. There's an awesome incentive for joining right now. There's, and this goes till the end, just the end of May. Instead of getting $125 worth for $99, you get $135 worth of product for $99. That's an extra $30. And this is just during May. And if you have any questions about ordering, or if you need help ordering, my email is vernastamps@gmail.com. I would be glad to help you. And also, I want to show you again, these are the prizes I'm giving away tonight. Margaret, I don't know if you saw them. The Hey Birthday Chick stamp set, which is this, and the card kit that is the kerchief card kit. These are really pretty. I love this. And this is coming back. This is in the new kits now, and the kits are no longer listed in the catalog. They are in a separate flyer or online. You have to go online to order them. And if you place an order of, these are the Stampin' Rewards. Usually if you host a party, and that could be virtual or stamping in person, you receive 10%, so for a $150 order, that would be $15. But the special rate now is if you have a party or you have a purchase, an order that is $250 before tax and shipping, the Stampin' Up! Is giving an additional $25 reward from $250 on up. And that's awesome. So for a $250 order, you would get $50 to choose in free product. And that is really cool. And you could even combine an order with some friends to get that. So that's the new Connect, Craft, and Collect $25 right now. All right, so let's take a look at the catalog and some of the new and awesome products in there. What I love about Stampin' Up! Is that all of their paper, their inks, their pens and markers, everything is color coordinated. So everything goes together, even if it's not the same stamp set. You can get the coordinating ink and paper to go with it. So this is a table of contents here. And this shows the full spectrum color of all the colors. They're beautiful. Stampin' Up's colors. We have two kinds of stamps. We have the cling, which is the red rubber stamps. And we have the photopolymer, which are neat because you can see through them. They're nice for precision alignment. And I talked a little bit about coordination, how all the color is coordination. All the colors are coordinated from the markers to the paper. And our paper is very high quality. It's dyed all the way through. Also, you can make quick and easy accent pieces using punches and dies. And some of the paper, like the Pansy paper, you can punch out the pansies and the leaves that are in there. Or not punch out, but use the dies to die cut the shapes out with the paper. we talked a little bit about the stamp sets, and first we're gonna, this first suite that's in here is Beauty of the Earth, and so the suite means all of these items, which would be the designer series paper, the stamp set, the 3D bark embossing folder down here, and the dies, all for $73.50. And they used to be a lot more than that. I think they lowered the price so people could purchase them. It was easier for people to purchase them. Or you could just get the bundle. The bundles are the stamp set and the dies, and you save 10%. So I want to look at this. I have this bundle. I want to show you some cards from this and some of the paper. The paper's gorgeous, and the dies are neat. So this is the paper, and you can see that all seasons here. There's winter here with this blue. I love this. It's kind of a fallish pattern, and this is might be early fall. There's blue there. There's this paper here where you could cut just a strip and use for a background of trees. More fall and fall foliage there. And here are the coordinating colors that go with them, the cardstock that you can use. There is Old Olive and Night of Navy, Mossy Meadow, Misty Moonlight, Merry Merlot, Early Espresso, Cinnamon Cider, Cajun Craze, and Bumblebee. So that's the Beauty of the Earth designer series paper that goes with this set. And then I want to show you a few cards. Well, I'll show you the stamp set first. This is a stamp set. It has some really neat foliage stamps and tree dot stamp. Some nice sentiments. I really love this. Friendship refreshes the soul. And the dies are cool. This one cuts foliage, like you can put that on your tree. This die here cuts, it doesn't cut this metal thing here, it's just to hold the metal pieces. And so you've got that. You've got this shape that you could put around this, I believe. This fits in there if you want to cut a solid piece to go behind this. And the little birds, I love the little birds, and then there's some tags here. So let me show you some of the cards I've made using this set. And I want to also show you another technique with this. This card here is a case from Tammy White. It was, the white was stamped all in one piece, and then this strip was separate, and this dark soft suede was put behind it. And you could use it for sympathy or be a good guy card. I really like this set because you can use this for, it's a good set to use for masculine cards, and they're not always easy to make. This was cased from Mary Fish. Friendship refreshes the soul. It uses the two different designer series papers with the blue in it, and then I've got to put a white piece in there, and I like the twine on it. This one I did, this is actually just the treetop, but for Christmas, this would be really pretty with red ribbon or a red bow on it here. Very easy to do. This is one stamp, this is one stamp, and you've got this piece of cardstock here, and you've got the two birds. They're the only thing that are die cut. And then the same stamp inside. This is a really cool stamp because this is one color. I'm thinking it's shaded spruce, and yet it comes out light in parts of the stamp and dark in the other. I really like it a lot. This one I had made in mystery stamping, and this is a Gatefold Card, Thinking of You. And this one I made using, I stamped a tree in the background. I ripped some of the DSP to make the hill look here. And I've used the foliage die to cut the foliage there for the tree and stamp the tree inside. And then I had done this envelope flap to go with this. And you just want to cut this 6 by 2 1/4, glue it on, and then you just have to trim around your flap there. So I want to show you something though with this. I'm not going to make a whole card, but the adhesive sheets are really good to use with this set. And I've put the adhesive sheet, that's not the one I want, but strips of adhesive sheet on the back of my cardstock. And I want to show you how to use this in the embossing machine, and Stampin' Cut embossing machine. So I'm going to grab that. And so what you want to do, and I have done this wrong before, and put our plates in. When you put your die on this with the adhesive sheet, this goes down this way. Otherwise, you're not going to have the sticky stuff on the back. And this adhesive is really great for intricate dies that you don't want moving around and that would be hard to glue down because they're small. I'm gonna grab my die here. Is it raining over there, Margaret? It's raining here and cold. Okay, so I'm gonna put my die on, and I've got my cardstock on top. Adhesive is stuck to the cardstock on the bottom. And I'm gonna run this through my machine. And what did I do with the other plate? Here it is. So this goes on top like this. I'm going to run this through. Oops, sorry for wiggling the phone. I'm going to run that back through because we've got a couple layers there. Okay, so I've got my die and the papers in there. I'm going to take your pick tool and poke that out if I can find it. I'll grab my this is an old tool. Yeah, I'm so excited about this catalog. So these little holes are made so you can just poke this image through. And then gently pull that. Okay, now I want to show you something neat. I could go ahead and just peel this, but this is a really cool technique. Let me move my catalog out of the way. I am going to grab some press and seal. And I need just a little piece. This is Glad's press and seal. That's what I'm using. And you put it with the sticky side up. So this is a sticky side. And what's nice is I'm going to put this on here right now. It's going to hold it there while I get all of those, the backing off. And otherwise, it's hard to keep the branches from bending. So this is our sticky stuff here, our sticky side. Whoops. I gotta turn it this way so I can reach it. I'm an old lefty. Okay. I should have made the piece a little bit smaller, probably. And I have one more little piece up here. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is, yeah, I saw another demonstrator do this. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get a piece of cardstock that I want this to go on, and this is our sticky side here. I wasn't really planning on doing this, but I thought, well, this would be a good thing to show people. All right, so I'm going to put my cardstock down, and I'm going to put my tree where I want it. And it's nice because the press and seal is holding it in place. And then you just pull your press and seal off, and it's stuck on there. So that's a really cool thing to have. I guess that was made by Jennifer McGuire's husband, and she's a stamper, not a Stampin' Up stamper, but he invented that. So I'm not going to do a whole card with this, but I want to show you that technique, and I'll come back and use this on something else. I'll make a card with that. So let's look a little more here. We are going to do a card, and I'm going to do that beautiful notebook, show you how to do that beautiful notebook. We didn't get very far. Margaret, what is your favorite new stamp set? I love this, Hugs. I want to get that. It's a die. It says Hugs, and it shows up here. I'm going to flip over. I have these. And what is wonderful about Stampin' Up is they give you such beautiful ideas in the book of things that you can do to create cards. All right, let's start with Pansy Petals, our next one. And this is a beautiful suite here, and it's a little intimidating because it's two-step stamping. Yeah, I love the pansies too. So the pansies, you've got all of these beautiful stamps here, and then you've got dies, and I'll show you. These are the dies, and as you can see, there's dies for edging, and the leaves are the petals and the leaves, highlighting on the leaves, a little beard. And then these, this one and this one will die cut out the Pansy paper. So this is the Pansy paper. And what I'm talking about, there's one whole pattern that's all pansy faces in different colors, and that die will sit on that. And then there's some smaller pansies that that other die will work on. And also the leaf dies will work on, not that one, I think the smaller one right here. Yeah, will work. And I think actually that other one will work on that one. So there's a whole set of leaves too. So if you don't feel like fussy cutting them or die cutting them, or if you don't feel like fussy cutting them, you can die cut them, but either way. And there's just such beautiful paper in this set. So I wanted to show you also this chart I made with the dies. It was basically to help me figure everything out. You did cut out a whole sheet. Wow, good for you. I'm gonna have to get more. My paper's almost gone. So these are the basic dies. This is the face here. And then the leaf, and you need 2 of these if you're going to make a big flower. These are the little blossoms. This is the inside and the outside, and then the stem. And then this is the edging, and this is a beard, and these made this one here. This one is edging with, I think this is Gorgeous Grape and Highland Heather. And then this is a white, and this is, I think, Balmy Blue and Misty Moonlight with the white. And what's nice about pansies is you don't have to, you don't have to use the beards in all of these. Oh, thanks, Margaret. You can, pansies are so different that you can make them anyway, a lot of different ways. Now this one, I don't know if you can see it, but I drew with Daffodil Delight in the creases here, and it did help make it show up better. And Mango Melody here, same thing. I drew the Mango Melody in there, and then instead of using the die for the edging, I just did the sponge and sponged the edging on, and I really liked that. And I would suggest, as Margaret did the other night, that you use the adhesive sheets with these small pieces. It's so much easier than trying to glue them on. This face here, I just took a pen, and I think it was So Saffron, and drew the dark lines on it. I didn't particularly like it. Hi, Mom. Good to see you on there. Yeah, we're talking about the pansy set, and these are different dies that are and die cuts that are in the set. So, the other thing I did was a stamping chart because I needed to it helped me. So these are all the stamps. So this one, which is this one right here, this one plus this, which is this one, plus this little one equals, and the center equals this. That's how you get that look. And then these were the different sentiments. I stamped them out. I really like the font in that. Down here, you've got this stamp, and this is one to do like a darker shadow. So I've done this plus the center, plus the shadow, plus the face, and this is what it looks like here. With the smaller one, I've done the small edging, the face, plus the center, and it looks like this. what the petal stamps look like together. And these are the leaves. These are Pear Pizzazz and Soft Succulent. I just did the Pear Pizzazz and then stamped over them with Soft Succulent. That's what they look like. And these are the stems here. And Mom, I want to show you the paper. We're gonna do a card with this one. This is a Pansy Petals DSP, isn't it pretty? I love the gingham in it. And then you can cut out these blossoms and leaves if you don't want to do the die cutting. All right, so I'll show you a couple cards I made, and then I'm going to make another one. Here's one that I've done stamping on, and I've done a mask, and I'll show you how to do that if you don't know how to do it, masking when you're stamping. And then I've just run our new purple grosgrain ribbon behind this one. It says happy birthday. I'm wishing you a little extra happiness just because you're you. And then I've done the leaves. I can't remember what color that was. Maybe garden green. So that's that one. Sorry, I need to hold it down a little lower. Let me close this. This is the one we did in the mystery stamping. This is with a small face. More of the Pansy DSP. This is one I did with using the pale papaya and the polished pink for the edging, and masking again with the leaves and the little face. Thank you, Margaret. I know, I love the gingham too. This one I cut out the faces, and I used Stampin' Up has that jar punch in these plastic jars, and I put some sequins in it. I wish the sequins were a different color, but that is what it is. It just says a little hello from me to you. And this is a little Post-it note holder. This is really easy to do, and I did a video on this week. So it's, I think it was 3 1/4 by 7, and then you scored it, and then you laid the ribbon in for the handles on each side. But it'd be a nice little gift. And these were fussy cut, not stamped. So that was really easy and didn't take any time to do. And then one last one, and then we're going to do another one. This one I cased online, and I can't remember whose it was, but I really liked the layout of it. And in the creases of the pansy die, I did sew saffron there, and then you see the purple and the evening evergreen and the Soft Succulent. So, and I've used, these aren't available now, but they will be again, the little bees. You're still making some, Margaret? Anytime you want a postcard you make, that would be wonderful. Okay, so we're gonna make one tonight without any die cutting. And I'll tell you what I'm using. First thing I'm gonna do is the stamping of the sentiment on the front. And don't tell me I don't have my front piece. Or I dropped it somewhere. Let's see if this is it. Yes, this is it. Okay. So when you're using this set, if you want to stamp more than want to stamp more than one pansy, you have to make a mask to use. And you want to use a Post-it note, and you want to stamp your shape of what you're going to cover where the sticky stuff is on the Post-it note. So I've done the face and 2 of the leaves because that's what I'm using on this card. And I've got my stamps here, and the first thing I'm going to do is stamp my face, the pansy face, and I'm going to use Pale Papaya, which is one of the new in colors. And I think I'm going to stamp them over on this side. So I'm going to put this one right here. And then I'm going to take my little mask that I made. And I'm going to cover that one. It's sticky, so it'll stay on there. And I'm going to stamp this one here. So when I take the mask off, it'll look like that. And then I'm going to bring in the little edging one, and I'm going to do that in polished pink. I think I said pale pink before, but it's polished pink. And I'm going to do, I don't need to mask this one. It's going to be this one that I need to mask. And you do want to use something thin like Post-it note paper, because I've used cardstock and it's too thick and it won't stamp right along the edge. It might be a little bright, but we'll see. Okay, so I'm going to cover that again. And I'm going to stamp this one. Like that. Yeah, I missed the edge a little bit. I'll try going over, see what happens. Yeah, it's okay. And so now I'm going to do some of the leaves, a few leaves around it. So I'm going to leave this on here. I'm going to use Soft Succulent. I was like, what did I do with my block? No, I'm always losing things. Yeah, I need to use my Stamparatus more, Margaret. It's such a great tool. Okay, so I want that there. And I'm just gonna move this over a little bit to this edge. And I want another one coming off here. And I would like one over here. All right, so now I'm gonna go in and do the darker evening evergreen color. And we'll get the evening evergreen. I think I'm getting it on my fingers. And I don't think I got the stamp out. I need to get the stamp out here. And the evening evergreen is a little bit darker. It hardly even shows on this. Well, that's better. I'm gonna go this way on this one. Put our face over here. Okay, let's see what it looks like. Yeah, not too bad. I probably would take my marker and draw this up a little bit. In fact, I will do that. But I love to use the masking. And now I'm going to stamp the sentiment. Okay, and for the sentiment, let's go with, how about happy birthday? Or how about the little things you do make such a difference? Because that's kind of big and we've got room for it up there. And I'm going to use the dark evergreen. The little things you do make such a difference. So this will be a thank you card. All right, now let's put this baby together and I'll tell you what the measurements are. This is a fun fold, an easy fun fold card. I'm missing a stamp. And isn't that normal? Okay, it'll show up. Oh, there it is. All right, so we've got a piece of so succulent or soft succulent cardstock, and this is 4 1/4 by 11. It's scored at 5 1/4 and 2 1/2, and then it is a Z fold. It's gonna go like this. And I've got a piece that's 5 1/8 by 4 3/8 for the inside. And I'm going to go ahead and put that in. I found some old Stampin' Seal today and I thought, well, I need to use that up. Okay. You love, oh yeah, putting the stamps in the case. Yeah, I like it too. All right, so that's gonna have just a little edge around that. All right, for the flap here, I've got a piece of the evening evergreen, and what did I do with my book with my, here it is. It is 4 1/8 by 2 5/8. 4 1/8 by 2 5/8. And I will put these down in the description or in the comments, the measurements. And that is crooked. Okay, and then I have a piece of the Pansy Pansy Patch Designer Series paper. I love this pattern. It has all those greens in it. It's beautiful. That is going to go here. Then my layer to go on the front here is 3 by 3 3/4, and this is going to go on that. So I got something on there. It looks like I cut it a little wide. Probably this, yeah, this was the piece for the inside, and I've somehow between my cupboard and over here I lost it. So I'm going to trim this down just a tad here and here to make that fit on there. Okay, this should work. Yep, the little things you do make such a big difference. And I think I'm going to run a piece of ribbon across there. Yeah. We'll cut it about like that. Sorry, I dropped it on the floor. I thought this was the fresh freesia, but it isn't, but it'll still go okay. It's too dark, it must be gorgeous grape. All right, so I'm gonna do my tails. Oh, thanks, Margaret. I'm making a knot, and I'm going to pull this off here, and then this piece that's going around this little tool is going to be the tails. I'm just going to snip that like that. I'm going to pull them tight, pull this tight, and I want them on this end. Let's try it this way. Yeah. I'm going to put it around the whole thing, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on the matte layer. Okay, and I need some glue dots to hold this down. And I lost the glue dot. Margaret, how long have you been in Stampin' Up? Oh, sorry. I didn't know my hands were off screen. Thanks for telling me. That's what moms are for. I have to stay right here. Okay. And this is going to go on the front here. I'm going to take a glue dot and anchor that. Push that up a little bit. Under there. We've done a demonstration since February 2020. I know, don't you just love their products? Mom is too. It's worth buying the kit just to be a hobby demonstrator. Okay, so this is going to go on the front here, but I've got to get a piece, another piece to cover this. So I'm gonna come back to this. Actually, I'll cut it right now. Three by 3 3/4. Okay. Thank you, Margaret, for sharing that. Okay, so this is going to go on the front here, and then another 3 by 3 3/4 inch piece of the white is going to go here. It will be under this piece. I'm going to go ahead and put this on, but I'm going to use glue. It's a little stronger than this old seal. And we want to just put glue on the part that's going to go down, not all the way across. Then we need some centers for our little pansy faces. There, that's a pretty card. And I'll get some little I'm going to use these playing with resin dots, or playing with patterns dots. I love stamping. It's my go-to relaxation thing. And then we could put maybe another one here. I'll bring it down more. Okay. So that's that card, and I'll post the measurements in the. Yeah, you're welcome to case it. Your new glue came in. I know I need to order some more glue. Okay, now I want to move on a little more, and then I want to show you that notebook. So there's that. I just wanted people to know that you don't have to use all the dies with this. You can still make a beautiful card without the dies, and I think I will probably change these to gold. I'm not crazy about that lavender and that, but anyways, moving on. I want to show you a couple more things in the catalog, and then we'll do the notebook. So, one thing I thought was really cool is this, on page 42, the mini messages die I have. Mom, I don't know. It's one die that cuts all of these tags out. It's really cool. So you can stamp them all at once with a Stamparatus, and then you can die cut them all out. And they've got another one here that is mini happenings. So this is really nice too. That goes with that. That's one that I really liked a lot. And then this You're Such a Peach Sweet, I would love to get. Let me move that down. Really pretty. I love the font in this with the sentiments here and the paper. I can see you liking this, Mom. And this I love with the big font, the different sizes. This is the Hey Birthday Chick stamp set. I'm going to jump over to, Margaret, do you have this Simply Elegantly Said? I don't have that, but I probably will get it. It has this neat punch, and then it's elegant. The paper's beautiful. Yep, and then I really loved this with these die-cut doilies that go around the sentiments. I thought that was really pretty. You mean the Elegantly Said DSP, maybe? Okay, this I have, and this is our Sweet Notes Card Club this month, and I'll show you those cards really quick. I love this punch and stamp set. Oh, stamping your own DSP, yes. I've wanted to try that too. Have you seen that woman from Wales? Ruth somebody. Okay, so this is the Flowers of Friendship stamp set and the coordinating punch. And this is these are the cards that we're gonna do in Card Club. This one is embossed. This one I love, it's just so simple. And it has these added pieces to it. This one I love with the doily and the pale papaya. And it has embossing here. And this one is a gatefold. And I don't have the inside done on this, but I really enjoy using this. Yeah, she's good. All right, so that one is that. And let's see what else we have here. There's some nice Christmas stamp sets and paper in this catalog. Quite a few that are coming back. This one, this one, this one, these are all coming back. Oh yeah, what is her name? Susan Levasseur. Yeah. I really love this. It has these dies that you can use with these stamps. All squared away bundle. I thought that was cool. And I love, I know this isn't new, but I would like to get that. I really like that. And then all of the colors are here for your cardstock, your Stampin' Pad, your refill, your Stampin' Blends. I love how they've organized it. All the new Designer Series paper. And there was that, you got the background stamp. This one I would love to get. I love this. This is Expressions in Ink. I love this stamp. And the dies here. I just think that's so cool. So exciting. And then the ribbon and trim is in the back. See what else was I gonna talk about? I think that's about it. It's nice they have the die bundles organized together so you see the stamps and the dies. You see different samples of them. And then they have just the dies back here. There was a really cool die. This one, Stitched in Greenery, it doesn't die cut, but it makes this pattern. I thought that was really cool. Really like that. Okay, so we're gonna go back. Oh, I did get the tailor-made tags. I really like those too. Yeah, I do have the mini die cutting machine and I love it because it's not so clunky. All right, so let me show you the notebook. And for this notebook, I have used the hand penned, what is that name? Pen and ink. Hand penned petals. And the Designer Series paper that goes with it. And these are the dies. And I'm missing a die from when I was die cutting this afternoon. Maybe not. Maybe I didn't get it back in there. But I used some of these dies with this notebook. So, let me find where that is in here. I just went by it. Hand penned. We'll look in the index. Page 105. Okay, so this is the hand pen suite, the beautiful paper. This is a two-step stamp. So you stamp and then you use these smaller images here to ink in your colors if you want to, or you can color in with Stampin' Blends. So the notebook that I did earlier, I had done a notebook for the Stampin', oh, that's a good idea. Margaret says she puts the mini cutting machine in the Stampin' Up lunch bag and it fits perfectly. So we've got a light spot on there. I'll try to hold it. So this, I had done a notebook like this for a lady whose daughter was overseas and she wanted the the daughter had everything, and the mother wanted to order something for her birthday, and the daughter said, well, what about a notebook? So I had used different DSP, but this one I've used the hand-penned DSP. This is a die from that set. Excuse me. So this is this die here. And what I did first was I colored the images and then I die cut it. It's really a nice die. These are from, oh, I thought I brought that over here. Yes, I did. Butterfly Wishes. And I just fussy cut them out. I stamped them and fussy cut them out. And this is from the hand penned. And I colored this with Stampin' Blends. So to protect the paper, I've used one of our window sheets on the top here. Oh, I got some paper on there. And it's adhered down on the side, and then the ribbon is over this. This is the new Gross Green, I think it's Gorgeous Grape ribbon. Thank you, Margaret. So this is the outside, and I've used this die here to die cut, make this edge on here like this. And you could do this edge also, it would be pretty that way. I just felt like I was doing good getting the one done. Oh, thanks, Mom. So this is, when you open it, there's a pocket here, and then I've got this bookmark that I made. You can stick that in there. Then I haven't finished this, but what I'll do is randomly stamp on some of the pages. And you could use like the butterfly stamp set. You can use different stamp sets to stamp like botanical images on it. And it doesn't show, it shows a little, but not like I like that. Doesn't show a lot through it. And I'll post, here's another one. I'll post where I got these notebooks on Amazon, the link to them. They're called Paper Junkie Craft Spiral Notebook Journal. And you want something that's kind of a hardcover. I didn't do the back. You could, and I'll probably put paper over this. There's already a pocket here. And you could cover the back. But anyways, I thought, well, it will get a lot of wear on the back. So the one that we're doing tonight is a little bit different, but I'm still using the same paper. So I'll show you how I did it. And grab the notebook here. And I'll tell you the measurements, and I'll also post them. So this is the notebook. It says notes on the front, and you can see I've already got ink on it. So the first thing we're going to do is use a piece of Designer Series paper, and this is 6.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to adhere that on there. I'm just going to use, our new seal. Yes, I used a window sheet on the front to protect it. And you could use, like you wouldn't have to, but you could put like papers on the corner too to protect the corners. I hadn't quite gotten that far, figured that out. But I'll show you how I do the acetate on the front. Another set that it works good with is, and that's what I did before, is, oh, what was this set in the, let me grab the catalog and show you. It was in the mini catalog. was it the Fine Art? Had the gorgeous. Yeah, I'm going to show you now, Mom, too, but we could have a class. Okay, so the other one that I used was not that. Oh, good grief. It was the one that with the big flowers, and then it had the overlays and gold on it. This one, the Fine Art Floral. And I had used, I think this piece of paper with that overlay on it. It was really beautiful. And I had stamped a butterfly in there. So, yep. All right, that's that. Okay, so I'll get the ink on this. Hopefully this will work. There we go. Yeah. This paper is so pretty and feminine. And I'm going to put quite a bit of it on there. I'm low on glue, or normally I would use the glue, probably. All right, and hopefully I get this on straight. All right, so this is 6.5 by 8.5. I'm gonna stand up so I can see. Okay, so that's on there. And then I did a piece of the pink for the center, and this is going to be covered with ribbon. So I made this one a little wider, and I'll show you why. And I'm going to put it in the center. I think the other one I had up a little higher. Let's see if my glues. Yeah, I wanted to use something on the front to protect it. All right, so all right. I remember someone saying they wanted one of these for Mother's Day. Robin. All right, so that die that I had used on the front of the other one, this one, you can see it's sticking up a little bit, but that's okay. It looks okay on there. I used that die to die cut just a plain white. Here it is, and I wanted to make this wide enough for it to sit on. So isn't that pretty? Just a plain white. I mean, you could do a whole notebook front with this pink and have just different of this die cut white. And this would be a good piece to use the adhesive sheets on. I did not. So I'm going to just dab it with little dots of glue. it's going to be held down anyways by the window sheet. Okay, so I want that about right there. I'm going to put this on it because the glue will not stick to that. It'll flake right off. And now I'm going to just put on, these are stamped in Misty Moonlight, and again, this is the Butterfly Wishes stamp set. You could use those new beautiful wing dies. I just wanted the butterfly like more in a flying position with the wings folded. And I've got some other ones here too. These are from that same set. Now with this Misty Moonlight, if you use it with this, these are stamped off because this is how dark it is if you don't stamp off. And I didn't want it that dark. So I'm gonna put one. Oh, if you breathe in between the tape and the paper. Oh, okay. That's good to know, Margaret. All right, so I'm gonna put, I think this one right here. And I'm gonna put this one as darker. I'm gonna put this one down here. They'd be pretty with a little wink of Stella on them. Let's see, where do I want him? Maybe you're like right there. All right. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run some tear and tape here. Oh, first I wanna get my paper on the inside. Oops, must be I didn't glue that. All right, it'd be really pretty with lavender too on this. All right, so we need another sheet. Oh, I forgot I did this to get it done. So my inside is done. This is 8.5 by 6.5 too, but I accidentally cut this short, so I added this piece here. You're cutting them, yeah, you use them much more with them cut apart, the Butterfly Brilliance dies. Yeah, I thought about doing that. So the piece for this DSP is 6.5 by 8.5. This piece here, let me grab my directions for that. That piece is 4 by 6.5. And then this piece was 3.5 by 6. So what I did was I marked the halfway point on each piece, on each side, and then I cut from the halfway point where I marked it to the halfway point down here to get the slant. And I did that on each piece. This is the bookmark, and I thought this was really pretty. I used that same die to make these die cut shapes on here, and I'm going to add some ribbon. And I'm using, this is the Blushing Bride ribbon, I think. That white tulle ribbon, the white polka dot ribbon that's retired would be beautiful with this too. Okay, so our bookmark is done, and that is in there. You would laminate my bookmark. That's probably a good idea to laminate it. Okay, so we've got those in there. And so, well, I'm not gonna put that in right now because I've gotta do the ribbon. So the first thing I'm gonna do is put tear and tape along this edge here. I love tear and tape. Yeah, I thought the ribbon went pretty good with that. All right, I'm taking the top off that. I'm going to take my ribbon. If I can find, oh, here it is. Okay. All right, so I'm going to pull out a really long piece to make sure I have enough. And I'm going to start in the center here. I'm just going to lay it over that tear and tape. Oops, I forgot the acetate. First we have to put the acetate on it. Okay, so the acetate is the same size, 8.5 by 6.5. And you want to measure, have it meet on the ends first. And lay that on there. Okay. So that's stuck on there. And I'm going to put another layer of tear and tape over that to hold the ribbon. Thank you, Mom. I'm almost out of tear and tape. I'm almost out of glue. I've got to place an order. Okay. So now we add the ribbon. All right. So you're going to go straight right along where your tear and tape is. Okay, and that's going to hold your acetate on there. And like I said, you could, so this really is loose here. You could take, I'll have to investigate if I could take a piece of this paper and put it on the corner somehow. That would be really pretty. All right, so you're going to open it up. Same thing here, you're going to run your tear and tape. I've got it a little close to the, whoops, I got it stuck to the ribbon. Well, I guess that won't matter. Okay. So what I'm going to do is just, I don't need all of that. I'm going to cut that right about there. then we need another piece of the tear and tape right here to hold the ribbon in place. Can't get the layer off. There we go. Okay, so whoops. I'm going to bring this up. I'm going to cut it on an angle right about there. All right, so this looks a little crooked. I'm gonna try and see if I can move it. I probably will be sorry for doing this. Oh, not too bad. Now that looks worse. So what I'll probably do is put a butterfly or something here to cover that. And actually I'll stamp that right now. Bring in my Misty Moonlight. And I'm just gonna bring in that same little butterfly. And I need a piece of white, whoops, I lost my butterfly. Piece of white cardstock. I'm going to stamp off and then stamp. Well, it certainly is a rainy one here. Oh, thank you, Lori. How are things up in Pulteney? I think of you when I see that new grape set in the catalog. It's so pretty, and it has those beautiful dies. Okay, and I'm going to cut his little antennas. Just cut that V out of the center. And cut this out. There, that kind of covers that boo-boo. Oh, did ya? Yeah, I love it. You'll have to display some of the cards you make with it. Okay, so, and you could put, I could put a butterfly up here too. So that is the basics of making that notebook, and I'll post the directions in the measurements in the description below. Margaret, you got the suite of the hand penned. Ladies, thanks so much. Comment and share, and I will post tomorrow night who wins the Hey Birthday Chick stamp set and the little handkerchief set. This set right here. It's coming back in our card kits. So thank you so much for visiting with me and watching with me, and I can't wait to see cards that you make. So take care. And join me for mystery stamping if you want to, Monday night at 6:30. I'll try to get the time right. Mom will have to remind me probably, so. Okay.